Morning, it's Sunday morning, and I slept really, really well. I will dedicate this day to work on my finances. I'm going to calculate all the money that got into my account and all the money that I've spent since I arrived in Germany. And the second thing that I'm going to do, I will write an email to a social worker because I would like to book a meeting with him so I can ask questions and I can get more information on what I should do next. And in case I don't have a place to live, what will the job center or the government do to support me in this extreme emergency or situation? And yeah, so it's going to be a busy day. I have to organize myself. I'm generally very organized, but I just need to make sure that everything is connected. And when I go to the job center, because my goal is to go to the job center on Monday and get ask them some questions and ask them what is next. I'm gonna say, look, I don't have a place to stay on the 21st of August, and how you will provide me support. And there's a misconception out there. I've spoken to a lot of people in the past, and generally people tend to just say a lot of bad things about homeless people, and they say that they're alcoholics, they're drug addicts, and they're not intelligent, and generally they are bad people. And I want to show you my lifestyle, my life. And so even though I'm a pretty active, healthy, intelligent human being, the whole process is not easy. And if you don't have a good mind, if you are not doing all the right things, and if you're not getting support like I'm getting, can you even imagine? It would be even more difficult. But I don't think that's a fair system. I think, and I believe, ethically speaking, that the process of helping someone or an individual in a country not to become homeless should be easy, should be fast, should be efficient. Unfortunately, is not the case as we speak, as I speak here on the camera right now. And this needs to be changed. A lot of people go through trauma, a lot of people go through difficult situations in life, and it's very important that you don't judge them, even if they drink, even if they do drugs, even if they have mental disability, even if they are facing any specific health condition, even if they are from disprivileged background or from LGBT community plus, we need to help them, right? Even if they're black, Asians, Latinos, we need to help people. And this is my goal. We are all the same, and I have rights. I am British national, and I am resident in Germany, so I have the same rights as a German individual. So I just want to make sure that the government will be there for me, and not just for me, for people like myself as well that need help from the government. And it doesn't really matter if another individual who's not me is going through some sort of personal issues or some sort of addiction. The government should still help them because it's ethical and it's human rights. And I'm here to fight for our human rights. And so I'm going to show a little bit of my day to day, apart from organizing the finances and writing the email to the social worker and getting ready to speak with the job center on Monday. But what I'm going to do now is meditate. Yes, I find that meditation really helps me to put everything into perspective. And if I don't practice meditation, it's very hard to do this video, for example. It's very hard to live in the present moment. And when we are dealing with a difficult situation, such as myself right now, it could be any situation. We need to be in the present moment, and you need to open our third eye. You need to see the truth. And I've seen the truth already since a long time ago, since I moved in Germany. And I just want to say that again, I'm in this difficult financial situation because all my money was stolen from me. and it was a German citizen that stole all my savings, all my money. So I'm not really here doing this video because I've done something wrong in the past. I'm in a difficult situation right now. No, I'm in a difficult situation right now because a German citizen stealing all my savings. So this is another issue that in the future I'm going to do more videos about explaining everything. But right now is my housing situation, and it's very important that I just focus in one thing. And meditation has helped me to do that. So bring it in into one thing. So right now is human rights. Right now is homeless is a human rights, and right now I'm going to fight for my human rights and for other people's human rights as well, because I've been outside and there's a lot of homeless people, and it is really difficult for them, especially once they're on the streets. And meditation has helped me to see that, to see the truth. So right now, you practice meditation to open my mind and to help me to isolate into one thing and deal with my problems wisely. And it's very important that we understand that there's a lot of stigma based on the topic, and it's very difficult because a lot of people go through hardships, and if there is no one or any system to help them, of course they will end up drinking more, of course they will end up doing drugs, of course they will end up doing things that they don't want to do, of course they will be exploited, sexually exploited, or stalked on, there are so many different ways that people go through trauma. And it's very important when people need help, there is help there to help everyone, not just like people like myself, but anyone and everyone, because human beings deserve protection, respect, and that's our human rights. But I'm going to show you my meditation practice right now. And I've been practicing meditation for many, many years, over 18 years, and it's pretty much part of my life. I I I actually grew up in a Catholic family, and I have all the Catholic education. So I'm a Catholic as well. But when I was 19, I decided to try different religions, and I pumped into Buddhism, and I just fell in love with Buddhism, with meditation, and it's so effective for me, and it's so good for my mind. Yeah, so let me practice. Here I am ready to practice meditation. And there's a lot of stigma surrounding the homeless topic. And since there are a lot of homeless people out there, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to offer this practice for these people who are going through a really difficult time, who have no place to live. And there are millions and millions of them that live in shelters and in accommodation which are not really properly designed for human beings to live in. So yeah, this practice goes for them, because even if they try really hard to get out of this difficult situation, they are fighting against a system that's unfair and unjust, which shouldn't be happening. Meditation practice completed, and now I'm ready to face my problems head on, because I just reset my mind and my third eye is just open. So it really helps me to be in the present moment. And if you're going through a difficult time as well, like myself, just practice meditation if you can, and try to focus in one thing at a time. Be calm, because you will get through this. And if you're not facing a difficult problem like myself, like a lot of people are facing, a lot of homeless people are facing out there, then you can support and subscribe to this channel, because there's so much more to come. leave a comment down below, like it, and share with your networking. And stay tuned and wish me luck. So I have tried to go into my online banking and do the calculations that I told you earlier about my finances, and also about the support that I'm getting from the job center, because there's a couple of problems with the payments. And also I had to raise some money on GoFundMe last year because I faced some issues when I was trying to move out from a domestic violence situation. And I just want to make sure that everything is well. And also, I need to make sure the payments, I need to put it out all the payments, because I'm going to initiate an investigation against the job center. So I need all the payments, I need all the finances, all the money that got into my account, all the money that got out of my account. And more than a month ago, I started to get into this on my online banking, and it was impossible to find the data. And then I was able to download a spreadsheet that had a really messy data. So it was really difficult to calculate anything on that spreadsheet, which makes it impossible for me to calculate everything with the spreadsheet that the banking provided me. Then I contacted the bank and I got an email saying that I have to go into the inbox. It's called the post inbox thing, and then I can get all the data on this post inbox thing. Unfortunately, I got into the post inbox thing right now, and there are no files, there are no data, absolutely nothing. It is empty. So I've just wrote another email to that email that I got from the bank, replying, listen, I did get to my post inbox. I added the search details, however, there are no files on my post box. I need it because I want to compare my income expenditure urgently. So this is the email, and I screenshot the issue. So you see, more than a month, and I'm still not able to access my finances, my data into the job center. But it is to do with transparency, and it's also to do with timing, because I don't have time, and I initiated this more than a month ago, and I wanted to do this more than a month ago. And unfortunately, after a month, I'm still not able to calculate everything what I want to calculate. So it makes my life even more difficult, because I don't really have time, right? I just want to get everything done today. But it goes to show that even if you try your best, and if you do everything right, the system, the banking system, the job center system, the government systems are not working. And so who will be responsible for that failure, right? It is me that's in the back end, is the population who is in the back end. So I just want to raise awareness, and it is a tough job to get out of homelessness, especially when things are not in your favor. The banking system, the house system, the benefit system, the job center system, and you name it, right? So it is a very difficult situation. So there must be an emergency support hotline, or an emergency support place in the job center, or an emergency support housing accommodation. There must be something that will give people time to sort out their lives. And that's my initial email saying I want you to do a check, because I've noticed some of the funds I'm receiving are not being correctly deducted. I can only download X years period back spreadsheet. However, the information is not clear, confusing, and unreadable. Why can I only go back to X year in time? Basically, it's just 1 year. I can't go back in time. So I need to check all payments from the beginning of times and deduct each payment from that. However, it's not possible under your configuration. Can I download an all-time spreadsheet with all the data inside that I can that can be reachable, please. And then they said that the payments older than 1 year are available via monthly account statement, which you find in your post box. But I just showed you that the post box is empty, which is the evidence that what they're saying, it is fake information, and basically I cannot access my statements, basically readable statements for from the beginning of all times when I opened the account. And since I cannot run a calculations from all the payments that got into my account, all the payments that I got from my job, and I have or had is a little bit unclear. Before COVID-19, I had a mini job, and so right now, because of the COVID-19, I don't have any working hours, but I've not been fired yet. And so I want to calculate all the payments from my mini job that I had at the time, and all the payments from the job center, all the support from the job center, and also I ran a GoFundMe campaign before I was leaving my ex-partner's apartment because I was a victim of domestic violence. So I want to make sure that I can calculate everything and see all the money that got in, all the money that got out, and run some sort of analysis. So I cannot do any of that. So I'm going to go to my next task of the day, which is writing an email to the social worker who is helping me with my housing issues and some personal issues as well, since I was trying to leave the domestic abuse situation that I was in. And I've been getting amazing support from him and from the place, from the charity place that he works at. And so I will prepare myself, and I will write him an email, and I will also write some questions and some things that I need to do this week. And tomorrow I'm going to the job center, and I'm gonna ask them some crucial and important questions, and I'm going to explain my situation. It's likely that the job center is closed because of COVID-19, but I will go there anyways, and if it's closed, I will write them an email afterwards. But right now I will focus on the support that I'm getting from the social worker, who is being amazing so far and giving me so much support and so much of his time to guide me and make sure I'm doing the right thing. And also he writes letters to the job center, which makes my life a lot easier because I don't speak German well, and this is one of my problems, but I'm learning German every day. So after the email, I'm going to get straight into the German lessons that I'm studying online, and my German classes will start on the 31st of August. So I'm really happy about that because I'm really looking forward to study German. I can't wait to be fluent in German, and then I can help people even more. But I'm gonna do as much as I can considering my German knowledge. But yes, so stay tuned and leave a comment down below and follow and subscribe, because I will need your support. And also, if you know anyone that's going through the same situation as myself, tell them about this website, tell them about this YouTube channel, tell them about this TikTok profile, because together we can become stronger, and together we can help more people, and together we can raise more awareness. And this is my goal in life. I'm 100% committed to this cause. And if you haven't seen yet, there's a video about Black Lives Matter as well that I've been working on. There's another policy that I want to improve, and I want to organize a meeting with people who live in Berlin to talk about this policy, how we can improve the Black Lives Matter policy. I've just concluded all the questions that I need to ask the job center, and I will ask for support from the social worker that's helping me with everything as well. And if you want to read those questions, you can come into the website IMMPJ.com/policy. You can see the whole case in the website, and you can read more about it, and you can write your comment into the policy. You can contribute to the policy as well, because I want to use this policy to help other people as well in the process of not allowing other people like myself, or even trying to help people who is already homeless, to overcome that issue, that social issue that's massive globally. So the policy is live, is on a website, and check it out. And I am working really hard on trying to make sure that I have a template that we can use as a tool to fight for our human rights. So I'm right now fighting for my human rights, and I believe that every single civilian out there should be protected by the government. And now I am fighting for my human rights, and I believe that every human being is entitled to have social protection, and every single human being on this planet should be respected, and the government should make sure that no matter who, no matter what kind of problems an individual is facing in their lives, there should be some sort of social support. And I'm putting the system to the test right now. I'm going to ask them all the questions that are important and crucial to know how, when, and if there is some support out there.